Right along the Bear River corridor outside of Yampa, Colorado. So we're here, $5 for dispersed campsites, these designated sites here. So we've got site 1 through 21. Those are all $5 campsites up to Yamcolo Reservoir. We've got Bear Lake, 43 campsites. We've got more dispersed sites here, 22 through 30. Horseshoe Campground, 7 sites there. And then once we get up here by Stillwater Reservoir, Cold Springs Campground is 5 campsites. And then we've got Flattops Wilderness on either side of us. So we're on the east side of the Flattops Wilderness. Trappers Lake is over here on the west side of the Flattops. So 30 dispersed sites and 3 campgrounds in this series here. We're at Yamcolo Reservoir. This reservoir was completed in 1980. Down at the ranger station in Yampa, there's a big dinosaur, or not dinosaur, but a mastodon bone that was discovered here during the construction of the dam. Elevation, we're at 9,600 feet. A lot of snow up on the flat tops. We're going to head over here on this road that goes along the side and head towards Bear Lake Campground next. Looking back down in the valley, you can see some of the dispersed campsites. There's a restroom over there, and there's a couple tents. We passed several sites coming up that were occupied. We'll go back and stop at one of them on the way down. Alright, let's continue onward. We're at Bear Lake Campground, just above Yamcalo Reservoir. Flat top mountains off to the west. Horseshoe Campground, another 2 miles. Cold Springs Campground, 2.5. And Stillwater Reservoir is 3 miles. Down in the valley just above the trees there, you can see a little bit of the Yamcalo Reservoir. Let's go take a drive through and check out Bear Lake. Elevation here at the entrance, 9,700 feet. Use parking, fishing pier. We're down here by Fishing Pier, Bear Lake. Walk-in sites are going to be 14 and 15 off the west loop. Camp host. So we'll loop through there. Some water here, restroom. And then the east loop. Site 33 is a triple. 34 and 35 are doubles. wildlife info.
This is moose in this area.
Parking on the right for fishing at Bear Lake.
It's closed.
Fees are $10 per night, $20 if you got a double site, and the triple site is $30 per night. Some extra parking up here. East Loop off to the left. Sites 24 to 43. West Loop 1 through 23. Just 23. Campground host. I have this site to the right. Site number 1. A couple picnic tables, fire ring, bear box. Water pickup. Site 2 on the left side. Short trailer, short RV could get in here. Area for a tent. Permanent bears in the area sign. It's kind of cool. Little stand for your camp stove. Draw back to this site. It looks down on, it's probably going to be 22. Site number 3, longer. If you got to slide out, you have to clear this tree here. It's pretty level. So we're here Memorial Day weekend. Campground is still closed. I guess this opens in the next 2 weeks. Looks like most of the snow has melted off. Site 4. Long and flat. Great RV site. I think we had about 5 miles of dirt road once we left the pavement coming up this way. Roughly 5 miles, maybe 6. There's site 5. Site real close here. This would be site 6. That one on the right was site 7. Here about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Site 6. It does have a slope going up. Another campsite here on the right side. Should be number 9. We've got 8 behind the trees on the left. These sites are all first come, first serve up here. A little bit of a downhill slope coming my way. Yeah, I'm guessing with some of the trees that have been cut here and some of the brush that's laying around still on the sites, that I got 2 weeks yet before this one opens. So probably second, third week of June. A view down here to the road coming in. You can see it through the trees as well. I should start getting away from the road. 10 will be on the left across from the restroom. Site 11. The 11's going to be a pull-through. This one has a bear box. That makes it a better site for tent camping. Site 12. Coming up here. Also a pretty good bear box on this one. Site 13. This one's a double site, even though it's not marked on the sign. The sign up front. So this would be $20 per night. It's got a slope to it, especially on this left side. Trail to Bear Lake and walk-in sites 14 and 15. Got parking right there. Straight through the trees is site 15. And then site 14 is further down. This path curves off to the right after the patch of snow. 16. $18 up the hill here. That looks like that could be a pull-through site. We'll confirm that after we pass the trees here. This might be the one right here, 17. Get up here to the picnic table and I'll share the view. There's the picnic table for 18. It's going to have the same view I'm about to show you. Large pull through here at 17. Tent pad. Fire ring. And just above the trees there, you get a view of one of the flat tops. Actually, it might be the one they call Flat Top Mountain. Right. Coming up out to 17. And across the road is the exit for 18. So that 17 and 18 were both large pull-through sites. Site 19. $20. 20 is pretty level. There's 21. Quite a few of these campsites are spaced out pretty good. Here's 22. And then site 2 is the picnic table straight up. Almost done with the first loop here. Site 23 will be the final site. Restroom just on the other side of the trees to the left here. Another very flat site. Plenty of room for a trailer. So that was the west loop. Head back to the east loop now. Site 43. Picnic table and fire ring are back through the trees there. There's that restroom that's by site 23. Here's the backside of 23. .24 on the left. Behind the tree here is the picnic table. Some really thick trees here. Get a real view of the site there. Site 25, pull through. It backs up to maybe 21, 22, whatever was on the right in the last loop. Got a water spigot here on the left. Not one we could hook a hose to. 26, pull through site. So I have a view of Flattop Mountain. .27, be a back end site. That one slopes a little back towards the picnic table. 28 on the right. .29. So far, I like 17 because of the view of the Flattop Mountain, but some of these just are nice with the trees really closed in. And here is number 30. I believe this will be 31. Just past it. Yep, 31. Site 32. And through the trees I can see site 38 that we'll come up to here shortly. Restroom. And water. Trash. Got some double and triple sites coming up. Be 33 through 36. Here's the triple site, 33. Probably a clearer view of the flat top mountain over there on this one. Couple tent pads. These are going to be for smaller tents, 8 by 8, 10 by 10 size. Got a double site here on the right. Site 34. .35 coming up, another double site. So I believe this is going to be campsite number 300 for us here on the channel, or campsite, or campground. There's 36, double site. Oh, this is long. That's like, feels like you could get a 55, 60 foot motorhome up here. We need to jack up the front end quite a bit. Nice. So this should be campground number 300 here on the channel, or our 300th in Colorado that we've recorded. Check out the video description for a link to our free interactive Google map that we've put together, showing pins of all the campgrounds we've recorded, and each one of those pins has information like reservation links if it is a reservable campground. 37. It will also have links to the videos for those campgrounds. I know there's some old ones from back around 2016, 2017 that we still want to go and record again. The ones that really come to mind are the ones around Turquoise Lake outside of Leadville. That was a couple GoPro versions ago. Actually, probably about 5 GoPro versions ago for us. It's 38. Technology on the cameras has come a long way since then. Here was that site where I was looking at and said we'd see 38 behind it. I think it was 32. Another water spigot. So I try to keep a balance between being informational and doing too much clickbait type titles. You know, I've steered away from creating any kind of 10 best, 20 best campgrounds in Colorado. There's 39. So there are a lot of empty campgrounds, but there are definitely areas where it's almost impossible to get a reservation 6 months in advance. If you're sitting there refreshing your browser the morning that the availability opens up for the dates you want, you can still miss out. There's site 40. So I've tried to steer away from that just because I know we get some people that hate us because we're showing their favorite campgrounds and they're going to be the next to be overrun. So I try to avoid too much attention on any one campground. Site 41. I don't know if that's a elk footprint there, hoof print. All right, just about out of the east loop here. Site 42. And I could go with some of these campsites that are really closed in with the trees on three sides. Camping with the wiener dogs. They like to bark at everything that moves. There's 43. And that was the final one. So we'll go further up the road. There's 2 more campgrounds up the road. We'll catch those in the next 2 videos. I appreciate you guys watching. Appreciate you guys that have supported us over the years on Patreon or on the YouTube channel memberships. It all helps put a little gas in the tank. Thanks for watching.